News Network, and you're watching News9, English news as it should be.
Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to your favorite news destination. You're watching In Your Interest. And on the show tonight, we're zeroing in on the tragic Karur Stampede that's now spiraled into a full-blown political storm. A disaster that has claimed 41 innocent lives and triggered a political earthquake in Tamil Nadu, all ahead of the assembly elections early next year. 3 days after the horrific incident, amid the political slugfest, we are still left asking, who failed Karur? And are politicians now trading blame over bodies? Let's start with the epicenter. Actor turned politician Vijay, leader of the Tamilaga Vetri Karagam, breaks his silence on the Karur tragedy finally. In a defiant address, the actor turned politician says, "What happened should not have happened. How could I leave the place when so many were affected?" Adding fuel to the fire, he said that, "Chief Minister, sir, if you want to take revenge, take it on me. Be that revenge against me. I will be at home or in the office." A direct dare to MK Stalin, positioning now this actor turned politician and TVK leader Vijay as the shield for his party amid arrests and probes. Listen in to what the actor turned politician had to say as he broke his silence after 3 days.
சீக்கிரமே எல்லா உண்மைகளும் வெளியில வரும். எங்களுக்கு தரப்பட்ட இடத்துல நாங்கள் போய் அந்த ஸ்பாட்டில் நின்று நாங்கள் பேசிட்டு வந்தோம். அதை தாண்டி எந்த தவறும் ரெண்டு செய்யலை, நாங்கள் எதுவும் செய்யலை. சிஎம் சார், உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது இந்த பழி வாங்கணும் அப்படின்ற எண்ணம் ஏதாவது இருந்துச்சுன்னா என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணுங்க. அவங்க மேலே கை வைக்காதீங்க. நான் ஒன்று வீட்டில் இருப்பேன், இல்லை நான் ஆஃபீஸில் இருப்பேன். என்ன வேணாலும் செய்யுங்க. நண்பர்களே, தோழர்களே, நம்மளோட அரசியல் பயணம் இன்னும் ஸ்ட்ராங்காக, இன்னும் தைரியத்தோட கண்டினியூ ஆகும்.
Well, the BJP is piling on, blaming the DMK-led Tamil Nadu government for the disaster and demanding a sitting Supreme Court judge-monitored probe. Veteran actress and Member of Parliament Hema Malini calls it the biggest and the most horrible stampede in the history of Indian politics. Union Minister Anurag Thakur probes the organizer lapses and the intelligence failures. Listen in to what this BJP delegation had to say after it visited the Karur tragedy site, visited the hospitals and of course met the affected families.
I went and saw the place where the stampede took place. It is very sad to see such a sight because one after the other, one over the other, the people have fallen and died in the ditch, and then the electricity went off suddenly, and then somebody is throwing chappal and all. I mean, I heard all this thing. It is unheard, It's something very different kind of a thing. So, who is responsible for all this thing? We want to know.
So, we have few questions to ask the officials and the organizers. The truth is, the common men have lost their lives. Children, women, and the sole earner of bread for the families, they have lost their lives. And who's responsible for that? There should be a free and fair probe into this. We personally feel that a sitting Supreme Court judge must look into this. There should be a free and fair probe by the sitting Supreme Court judge and let the truth come out.
Well, that's what the BJP says. Vijay's TVK charges deliberate sabotage, claims power cuts during Vijay's speech, stone pelting and slippers hurled by infiltrators, preferred venues denied, forcing a smaller site in its place, and police resorting to lathi charge, sparking that panic, and even ambulances were pre-positioned as if tragedy was anticipated. The Tamil Nadu government has in fact hit back hard, saying power was uninterrupted, only a generator failed due to crowding, no stone pelting or untoward incidents have been reported officially. The roundabout venue was unfit due to a nearby petrol pump and a drainage canal is what the DMK government says. Police only controlled the surging crowds, there was no lathi charge and on the perspective of medical response, the first call they say came at 7:14 p.m. whilst the first ambulance arrived by 7:20. 141 ambulances were rushed in. So who's telling the truth here? That's the big question. Investigations will tell, but the blame game continues to rage on.
Really, what I would have suggested is that the reason for death is Vijay. Because he had come to that spot to speak after 10 hours of the time which was 8 hours of the time which was allotted to him. He should have been there at 12 o'clock. The common sense, every human being knows that when somebody is made to wait in the scorching sun for 7 hours, 8 hours without water and food, what will happen? They had fainted. That is a normal thing. And in that crowd, nobody took care of those people who had fainted.
Well, now amid the uproar, surprisingly, criticism of actor-turned-politician Vijay remains muted. That's because he is the wild card ahead of 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly elections. Vijay's massive fan base could very well translate into votes. And harsh attacks risk creating sympathy waves or alienating potential allies. Amidst this crisis, some shocking comments made by Vijay's party suggest that it's still an amateur in the political field. Consider this. A TVK spokesperson on why the superstar left Karur in a hurry said, and I quote, "Vijay is not a normal person. If he visits the hospital, another stampede may occur." I unquote. Even as the party's general secretary tries to rally the youth by saying, as in Sri Lanka, as in Nepal, Gen Z will rise here too. And to prevent such tragedies, let's recall India's protocols for large gatherings and events. Legal clearances include police NOCs, licenses for 100 plus attendees, detailed applications on attendance, on venue, on security and medical aid that have to be put through by the organizers. There is compliance with the NDMA crowd management guidelines that has to be adhered to. And on the risk management front, clearances from the police, the PWD, the fire and the health department, they have to be approved. There needs to be approved entry and exit points, personal and public announcement systems every 300 meters. There needs to be trained marshals for dispersal and first aid. And of course, for separate VIP entry exits, you need at least those to be 300 meters away from the general large public that is gathered. Did Karur now follow all these protocols? That's the probe's biggest question. And we've got an informed set of panelists with us on the broadcast tonight. The big question that we're trying to decode: are parties using this tragedy for political vendetta, or is this genuine accountability in action? Does the Karur tragedy demand an SC monitored probe or not? Joining me here on the broadcast is Advocate C. Rajashekharan, political analyst and president, Voice of Tamil Nadu. Many thanks for taking out the time and speaking to us, sir. S. Muralidharan, political analyst, always a pleasure to have you with us on News9. A. Ashwathaman, spokesperson for the BJP, is soon going to be with us, and Dr. Pentapati Pulla Rao, political analyst, also with us on the broadcast. Many thanks, gentlemen. I'm going to quickly begin with Advocate Rajashekharan. Sir, 3 days after the Karur tragedy, we finally heard what actor Vijay had to say. No senior TVK leaders have been arrested so far, some in judicial custody, some of those functionaries, but apart from that, no particular action. There is no accountability that's been fixed per se. Now, does this not show a systemic failure of governance in the state of Tamil Nadu? How do you look at the optics? 3 days later, we still don't know whose collar to grab, and that's important, isn't it? And with every second an hour passing, it only draws more questions on the upcoming 2026 assembly elections and what kind of coalitions and allies we're going to be looking at. Well, how do you make, what really happened and transpired on Saturday evening?
Good evening. See, I'm forced to defend or support or speak on behalf of the actions of the government and the police. Because I have no other option but to speak the truth. But I don't hold brief, neither I am the official spokesperson of either of the both. Fact of the matter is, the government has been quick in action. The Chief Minister visits the spots the same day of the incident. Midnight he reaches Karur. His ministers have been asked to go there. Officers are deployed. Doctors have been instructed to from adjacent district to go and see the patients, attend to the immediate emergency calls. All this was done in a very, very lightning speed. Must be appreciated. Kudos to the government of Tamil Nadu for that action. They at least saved few more lives. 41 precious lives we lost. And this is unpardonable. And we cannot forgive this incident. And the organizers are out to be held responsible. Today, the actor turning or supposed to turn in future a politician has miserably failed in taking the responsibility and saying that I'm sorry. I stand by the deceased family. I stand with the fans. You all came to...
With Actor Vijay's latest response, sir, Actor Vijay's latest response today that everybody is beaming across various media channels and, various media blogs. It's already gone viral on social media. Do you think a sorry, the element of lamenting was missing? I mean, it looked like a somber tone. It seemed like the actor turned politician was very apologetic.
No, I'm sorry. It is the well-scripted theatrics being displayed, executed by the actor. And he is a cinema actor. What do you expect from an actor or from a cinema fellow? See the body language. He is just acting. If he had the heart, if he had the mind, if he was really compassionate to the...
So many politicians across the board, across the country, sir, that aren't even actors and end up acting, and they're really good at it as well. So that's a different ball game altogether. Sir, before I move on, sir, no, you pointed out right in the beginning that you're not a spokesperson for either of these. You're just stating what you feel is the right thing. I just want to ask you, should the actor turned politician be held responsible here or not? And you're saying that he should be. I'm saying, why not the DMK government? They acted in lightning speed. There is great compensation coming from the DMK government. But the FIR doesn't even name actor turned politician Vijay. And for all of these reasons, today the police officials, the police department had to come out and give a press conference. Those 41 lives could have been saved now, couldn't they? Couldn't the DMK government do just a little bit more? Take into account those small lanes, and we've seen it. It is not the first rally of actor Vijay. So many other rallies. He's set out a clarion call earlier on social media. Pregnant women should not come. Women should not come. The elderly and the senior citizens, watch me on the television. Don't come out. He's given those clarion calls. And his party says that we had asked for a different site. They gave us a different site, a very narrow lane. So I'm only asking, whatever DMK government did after the tragedy, well, good. But could that tragedy have been averted since it was the DMK government that was at the dispensation?
Very, very pertinent question. And I really appreciate you for asking this question. See, a government of the day can act in accordance with the rules laid before them, the SOP and the requirements and the request made by the party which is going to conduct a rally. Let us be honest. I'm pragmatic in presenting the things. I am neither trying to beat around the bush like others. Other TVK, Vijay party leaders or the cadres. I am only saying what you ask, you get. You say 10,000 people. The police, the government, the police department were prepared to handle 20,000 people. And you land up bringing 8,000 people from Namakkal, who saw you the previous location spot. And the crowd was swelling. And you came after 6-7 hours late.
No, again, pertinent points you've raised. I think from a pragmatic point of view, if I was, in my limited opinion, if I was, at the helm of affairs for the local administration, I would have kept some sort of contingency. Because when it comes to actor Vijay...
I'll answer that. Please.
Well, I know.
If you
Sir,
are
I'll come back to you.
comment-
Sir, I'll come back to you. Let me quickly bring in some other panelists as well. Mr. Muralidharan, BJP has demanded a sitting Supreme Court judge monitored probe. DMK has appointed a retired judge for inquiry. In your view, over the last 3 to 4 days, whatever has prevailed, is this now becoming less about justice and more about political point scoring? Because healing is completely out of the picture now. Nobody's talking about healing. It's all done for.
It is. See, when my dear friend Shekhan spoke about, fast mobilization of resources like doctors bringing in for treatment, etc. The questions we need to ask now is it faster mobilization or it's like they anticipated this? As if, there are so many allegations, there are ambulances flying in the venue even before the mishap happened. And the DMK had the habit of bringing in these ambulances to disrupt party, meetings. Even Mr. Edapadi had complained several times that all his road shows such as this gets interrupted by sending ambulances inside. Here also, when Vijay was speaking, it has seen a couple of ambulances coming in, and many people in Karur have confirmed there are various other roads to the hospital. They don't have to come through this. So this mischief was played. So there's no two ways about it. Probably they didn't anticipate it to be such a big disaster, and they thought it's like a normal mischief, and it has led to that. That's what Vijay is also claiming, and he says rightfully he's going to the court asking for a CBI inquiry. The reason is, I'll tell you, the police department in Tamil Nadu is absolute shambles, because we had a road show in Marina, the air show, and there were 5 people who died against Stampede, and the intelligence officer was happily sitting next to the CM and watching the show, and nobody was punished for that. Then we also had the Kallakurichi incident, where almost 60 people lost their life due to illicit liquor, and illicit liquor thrives with the help of police and the local politicians. So nobody was punished there. Okay. Then the Thoothukudi incident, you should recall, there was the same judge who's one judge committee who is investigating, Ms. Aruna Jagdishan. She was the one who investigated that, and she had given a report saying that these are the policemen who should be punished. None of them were punished. In fact, to the contrary, one of them were promoted. That's the most bizarre. So when you do this such things, and there was a predator, one of the IPS officer, he was misbehaving with other police people, police women. And in fact, he misbehaved with a police officer, IPS officer, and she complained, and he was convicted in the lower court. High Court upheld it. They went to Supreme Court. When they went to Supreme Court, the police should have objected. Police did not. That guy is roaming scot-free. So many ministers of DMK who were convicted in the High Court went on appeal to Supreme Court, and the DBAC, the vigilance, did not oppose. So they're all walking scot-free. So this is the kind of police post we have in Tamil Nadu. Because of that, they have no respect. People, they do whatever they feel like, or the DMK tells them to do. And this looks more or less looks
the police. The police is in shambles. There's no respect. There's no fear of the police system over there. Dr. Pullarao, the actor-turned-politician says, "Target me, CM sir. If you want revenge, target me. Don't target my party cadres. Don't target the people who'd come out." Do you see this as an emotional defense? Because
I want to add something.
Yeah. Go ahead, doctor.
Other than our actors, even politicians are better actors.
That's what I said right in the beginning. I know so many politicians are better actors.
I don't want my friends, both are learned friends. I don't want any cross debate with them. I accept them. The way Hema Malini spoke about things there, it was pure acting also. Pure acting. That's why she said, I hope you saw that. You were showing her bite. I mean, it's ridiculous. Everybody is rushing there. I have nothing else. But let me come to a more serious aspect.
Yep.
If you want to stop this, there are no protocols. In the start of your show, you said police asked for this, police asked for mics, all of that. It doesn't work. Stampede, average time a stampede starts and over is 5 to 10 minutes. That's all. It's over. It's like a wave, like a tsunami wave. It's not a long tug of war. It starts, panic, people fall, people die, then it quietens. You can check out the videos and other things.
Yep.
I always believe there are two aspects. One is, I want to get over this roadshow politics or not. We're a mature country now. We've been 75 years. Why go on these roadshows? Have a stadium like in other developed countries. My friends may not agree. There's only a thought, food for thought.
Yeah.
Have stadiums here, marked, and the more meetings. They're doing that in the USA.
Maybe for somebody like actor Vijay, stadium is a better place. You can fit in more people.
Why put the roads, and then this happens to going to repeat itself. The next stampede somewhere in India is just a few weeks away. There are no national protocols. I have said this on other shows. It may be tiresome. We have national disaster management, other things. There are no protocols for stampedes. The police in any state cannot act against a politician. Let us go hypothetically. If the Tamil Nadu police were to tell Vijay, I sympathize with Vijay, he's a new actor, new politician, I sympathize with him. But can they go and tell him, control your crowd, we'll stop your buses? They can't. There'll be an uproar. To expect police to go and do this and that in any state, it doesn't work. If you have national protocols and there are triggers for this, they have to act on it. So think about it. Unless you have that kind of thing, it won't stop. And it's kind of 40 people have died. It's more than 40 necessary deaths. It's very sad. But is politics taking over? People are rushing from all over the country there.
Yeah.
And
tomorrow it could be another party. Tomorrow it's going to be another party. 3 days. The families can't even lament in peace. All the political parties just for some sort of, political optics making a beeline to those families.
And they're saying all the right things, but they're not doing anything about it. It's a good occasion to change our viewpoint of
Dr. Pullarao, what do you have to say about the muted criticism of Vijay from all sides, of course, apart from the DMK? Is this poll math at play with the 2026 election right around the corner? I need to slip into a quick commercial breather. Your final comments on this.
You're asking the other gentleman?
No, Dr. Pullarao.
It is definitely. This is part of politics. And of course, it is becoming interesting that everyone, all political formations, I would not like to use the word targeting him, but they are focusing on him.
Yep.
And he has to, if he wants to survive in this rough and tough
politics, he has been making the right waves.
He has to brush up.
He has been making the right waves, Dr. Pullarao.
He has been getting crowd, but the crowd translate to votes. That's an eternal question, but he has to mature up. It is not enough what he is doing. Yeah, you don't find enough senior people around him. And I always welcome more parties, new parties in this country as a way of further democratization. But I don't know whether he is going to do the right thing.
All right. Pertinent points that you've made over there. Ashwathaman, spokesperson for the BJP Tamil Nadu, is also with us on the broadcast, but we're going to slip into a quick commercial breather. All my panelists, do stay on with me. We have lots of questions to decode right on the other side. Stick around within your interest.
You can take a left, you can take a right. Enemy salsa or a little time. If you really feel it, say it on price. It's the vibe, it's the vibe, it's the vibe now.
TV9 फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया 2025 दिल्ली में मचेगा धमाल। दिल्ली वासियों तैयार हो जाइए एक शानदार अनुभव के लिए। इस नवरात्रि 28 सितंबर से 2 अक्टूबर तक इंडिया गेट के पास मेजर ध्यानचंद राष्ट्रीय स्टेडियम में TV9 फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया 2025 लेकर आ रहा है मस्ती, उल्लास और ढेर सारा जोश। डांडिया नाइट में थिरकने का आनंद लें, शान और सचेत परंपरा के धमाकेदार लाइव कॉन्सर्ट में झूम उठें। नवरात्रि, दुर्गा पूजा और दशहरा के रंग बिरंगे जश्न में डूब जाएं। लजीज व्यंजनों का स्वाद चखें और लाइफस्टाइल एक्सपो में फ्री एंट्री के साथ शॉपिंग का मजा भी लें। अपने दोस्तों, परिवार या खास लोगों को साथ जरूर लाएं और इस फेस्टिवल को बनाएं यादगार। सुबह 10 बजे से शुरू होने वाले इस मेगा उत्सव के टिकट बुक माई शो पर बुक करें और तैयार हो जाइए दिल्ली के सबसे बड़े जश्न का हिस्सा बनने के लिए। TV9 फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया 2025, जहां हर पल है उत्सव और हर बीट पर है मस्ती।
Presented by Hero Motocorp. Special partner Lyra Women's Wear. लेगिंग्स वो जो लायरा हो।
फिलिप्स, सोने पे सुहागा।
पोलो एलिवेटर्स, स्मार्ट भारत की स्मार्ट लिफ्ट।
Welcome back. The Karur tragedy, The political tug of war is already underway, and it seems to be like no accountability that's been fixed even after 3 days. With me on the broadcast, Advocate C. Rajashekharan, S. Muralidharan, political analyst, A. Ashwathaman, spokesperson for the BJP Tamil Nadu, also with us on the broadcast. Let me come back to you, Mr. Rajashekharan. What do you make of political parties being muted in directly criticizing Vijay? Do you have a standpoint on that particular front? There are a lot of people that are saying that maybe the BJP is trying to eye actor turned politician Vijay as a credible ally in the 2026 assembly elections. What do you make of the muted criticism that people are now talking about?
Say, whether someone likes or not, we should admit that actor Vijay has a good following of fans, and compared to any politician or an actor of his caliber and seniors, he is the crowd puller. That is the truth. We have to accept that. That doesn't mean all this crowd pulling and the people thronging into his rallies would be converted into votes. He is yet to be tested, because he has to start from zero. If he contests elections, then only we'll know what is his strength, what is his vote share, what is his vote bank. So, going by that yardstick, they see him as a potential person, and parties like BJP, Congress will definitely want to woo him, because he is a new party. They can lay some terms and join hands with him. Even the Congress is making moves. That's what I understand. And BJP is already sent a team, and they are in talks with his second level leaders. I'm told. I may be wrong. It's quite natural, because he is targeting the ruling DMK, and he has not targeted the ADMK much, though he has made some comments and sarcastic statements against the ADMK leaders. But he has come very heavily against the ruling DMK.
Yep, absolutely.
And he has come very heavily against the ruling BJP at the center. He has called BJP a fascist party.
Understood. So absolutely. Mr. Muralidharan, what do you make of that? Firstly, do you think Vijay's absence on ground zero, I mean, before this message that was put across in the afternoon today, has it dented his political credibility? Does he still enjoy that fiefdom? Does this now change what's happening in the BJP, back rooms, how they've been assessing and looking at TVK for the longest time? What do you make of those criticisms? Because Anurag Thakur, he hit out at the DMK quite vociferously, asking for answers within the next week, but not so much of the TVK or actor Vijay. I mean, that name was missing.
See, on the ground level, what I understand, police advised him not to go to the hospital, because it could be again chaotic, because the crowd will start thronging there. So that's the reason he's left. So that's what was advised initially. It's not that supporters spoke about his charisma, etc. So that's one side. Second is Congress has been wooing him for quite some time now. They actually want to have at least 50% of the seats to contest, because they once upon a time they also contested almost 50% of the seats along with the DMK. So that has shrunk, and but they are now left with some 30-40 seats. So they want to build up on that, and probably DMK is not willing to look at that. And they see Vijay as a viable alternative, and Vijay is coming in with a clean, image. And the image to go with, because people are also fed up with both the Dravidian parties. That also we have to accept. People want a change, but is Vijay the change? But can Vijay make can he bring in the change? No, I don't think so, because he'll have some 10 to 15% vote.
Do you think criticism is muted against TVK actor Vijay?
From BJP side, you mean to say?
Yep, I'm asking you, sir. Do you think in general the criticism has been muted? Of course, the DMK is hitting out at the TVK.
No, I don't think so. Everybody is targeting him. Even all these fringe parties which are associated with DMK are targeting him.
Not one person from the delegation today that visited the Karur tragedy site uttered his name, sir. That's all I'm talking about. But I think we're going to continue to talk about this, because this isn't dying down anytime soon. Assembly elections are right around the corner. You've all made some pertinent points. Advocate C. Rajashekharan, S. Muralidharan, many thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. The bigger question, it still remains. Who failed Karur? Was it actor turned politician Vijay? Was it the current dispensation DMK, or was it systemic governance at large? And what about this muted criticism for Vijay? Is everybody eyeing him as a credible ally for the 2026 assembly elections? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of In Your Interest. Top developments right on the other side. Many thanks for watching.
नई गाड़ी लेनी पड़ेगी।
हाँ हमें भी।
शोरूम खोला जल्दी।
संभल कर, अंदर महंगा इंश्योरेंस बेचने की पूरी कोशिश हो सकती है। जबरदस्त